not too different. We're going to see a lot of the same typical randomness. One thing we are going to see, though, is that the cost of all weapons and armors is randomized. Magical keys are not required for any doors. You can just open them at will. And when you get to Sherlock Castle, might just be a few floors shorter than you're used to.
And we start with gold, and Erdrick's armor.
That is a very nice thing to find right at the start of the game. It is undoubtedly the best piece of equipment in the entire game.
That is correct, and something else that we need to mention is that in the new randomizer program that we have, the armor can be inside a chest. I remember playing a run where we had both the sword and the armor inside Sherlock. That can happen.
That's quite fascinating. And we've got all of our players, most of them checking the treasury here, but we have Monsieur Slime in the bottom left having a peek at what's underneath Tantagel Castle, and it is the Trading Cave. There's an old man down there. His life is too quiet. He wants some music. You gotta bring him a harp, and he'll give you a stick.
And it looks like Diabetes II is got himself a gold grind. Got himself a gold grind going. Cyberdark as well.
Yep. You know, the Diabetes, I hear, is quite profitable in some parts of the world, so I'm going to print up some coin there. And Cyberdark also, you know, taking advantage of that darknet to print up their own cryptocurrency here. Meanwhile, we have DK, bunch of numbers, exploring the map a little bit, having gotten to level 2 off of a quick kill earlier. Already seeing how important that Erdrick's armor is, just calmly walking through the swamp like it ain't no thing.
Yep, and thankfully gets 1 step per heal. And if any enemy wants to fling a stop spell on you, it won't work. But it doesn't help when you have scorpions that breathe fire and take away half your money. So DK9146 is actually close to a town. We're hoping to get a peak ski in there, and kind of hoping it's not Hoxus, but we won't be able to get that shot.
And it's gone. Monsieur Slime with the fancy footwork to evade that blue dragon. Not blue, sorry, it was green. That's my bad. Meanwhile, the Beatus has been killed by a scorpion. The scorpion's quite nasty here in the early going.
Yeah, they breathe DL2 breath, which is not fun for anybody, especially when they have this low HP.
Monsieur Slime gets taken out by that green dragon. Didn't like that he was able to evade it the first time. Cyberdark has put this scorpion to sleep and is trying to take it down. And there's that fire breath. That's the bad news for Cyberdark. They are going back to the beginning once again.
Yeah, the strategy should be just put it to sleep and just run the hell away if you know what it's got. And apparently, and now once your slime is going to feel the breath, this has to be like a 75% breather.
The fact that the scorpion has it at all means that it's probably not worth trying to beat one until you have a weapon and you can take it down in one shot. We've got a ghost kill for Beatus, and they are up to level 2.
I'm gonna see if my theory is correct. If it's possible, can we see what the setup is for the Scorpion?
That'll be up to our very, very talented back crew. And there it is. And, yes, Sigma, you're absolutely right. It is a 75% Dragon Lord 2 fire, also with a 75% heal more, just in case you thought you were close to beating it. Very nasty.
So that is avoid at all costs.
So on the right side of your screen,
that might be good. Sorry we're not keeping up with levels, because this is very fast leveling. But if you have level 3, you have hurt. So that has a shot.
It absolutely does, and we see on the right side of our screen both Beatus and DK taking advantage of that hurt spell, not wandering too far from the castle, just looking for those quick one-hit hurt kills to try to build up a few levels here. Looking for some good
stats. Yeah, but you're not going to do that on a werewolf. But level 4 has potential, and it's got outside, and a lot of stats to go with it.
Those extra hit points are a huge boon. At level 4, with that fantastic Erdrick's armor, you are able to survive one Dragon Lord 2 Fire Breath.
Yep, which makes the Scorpions more palatable to take on. Or you could just take on these Metal Scorpions or Wolves and be fine.
Both those Metal Scorpions and Wolves are looking like pretty nice eats early on here. On the right side of our screen, we have the two players who are electing to level up a bit at the start here, and things are looking pretty good for them. Meanwhile, Cyber and Monsieur on the left side of your screen are both still at level 2, looking to play a more exploration-based game early on here.
Yeah, there are many ways to do this. Unfortunately, Diabetes ran some problems and didn't have enough juice to have a hurt, so he gets breathed back to oblivion.
Well, you know that old saying, you can't build a bridge without dying 4 or 5 times. I'm pretty sure that's how that old adage goes. And magicians appear to have hurt more. They've really studied up at their magic school this time around.
Yep, first team All-Stars. And DK gets level 5. Let's see, 8 power, 7 agility, 5 hit points, 1 more magic as spell. There you go, that's it. 5 is the breakthrough.
Monsieur Slime, he's just helping that magician level up even more. That's 3 Metal Slime kills for the magician over there. That magician's getting far up there in levels, might even eclipse all of our racers right now. Who knows?
Oh no, the Scorpion is pretty up there as well.
Yeah, but nobody likes the Scorpion, that's the difference. You see, the magician was just the little caster that could. Oh, we've got a town spotted down on DK's side. Got a battle with a Metal Scorpion. He should be fine here with his vast array of potent magics. Still a few steps away. Will we see the inside of our first town tonight? Oh man, it's looking dicey now. No, we will not. But right above him, Beatus finds a town. It's Rimmeldar. Normally a fantastic find, but you don't need keys this go around, so it's not too different from most other towns.
but it does have a shop.
It also has a cursed belt.
Good heal as well.
So, let's see what we've got for sale here as soon as that other customer gets out of the way here.
Hate it when they get in the way. It ruins
Well,
everything.
we have an absurdly cheap silver shield, so that is an immediate pickup. Some very expensive weapons. Magic armor for 29, which would be fantastic if we did not start with Erdrick's armor in the throne room. So already, Beatus has the optimal defensive setup for this seed.
So, something that's high on defense but has hardly any attack power. Diabetes has just become a shuckle.
You can already see that high defense stat doing great work, just shrugging off the hits from those metal scorpions, trucking right along.
Diabetes also on level 7. He's got to get away from that golem, but he does have heal more, radiant. He's got the spells that he needs.
Yes, I don't think either of us brought attention to it, but we did get hurt more fairly early on here. So all of our players that are level 5 and upwards, yes, we have hurt more. That opens up a lot of avenues for quick leveling up. If you find the right monster, you can take him out in one shot and get a nice chunk of exp.
If you can find the Axe Knights, that is perfect.
Axe Knight typically is the best enemy to look for to one-shot with hurt more. There is a very, very small chance that it won't instantly defeat them, but you're playing the odds. I think you're doing just fine looking for those Axe Knights. But anything lower than that on the enemy tier is basically guaranteed to be gone right away, except for a few annoying outliers like the werewolf. No one likes the werewolf.
Werewolves, Star Wyverns, Armored Knights, Stone Men.
Yeah, but those are all stronger. Meanwhile, DK has made it to Rimmeldar and picked up his silver shield. So DK also embracing the magic casting, super armored style of play.
And Star Wyverns have sleep, so that is no bueno.
No, that is less than ideal. I'll tell you what though, that Druid Lord up there on Cyberdark's screen, wouldn't mind seeing a whole lot of those right now.
Yeah, Cyberdark does have might get himself a silver shield.
Beatus finishing off that Axe Knight with a quick physical after the Hurtmore failed to do it in one shot, and Beatus is going to hit level 9.
I think he's going to go back to Rimmeldar. I think he's just going to grind levels close by. And Chad is saying it was a hurt that fell the Axe Knight, not a physical. So we have the exploration. Ooh, Spark over Bridge. Let's see if Diabetes confirms the run.
Confirms the run? What do you mean? Actually, don't answer that. We've got a silver shield for Cyberdark. And for Monsieur Slime, as they both finally make their way up to Rimmildar, so everyone is now officially kitted out with all the fantastic defensive gears.
And Z finds a nice little slice. Ooh, finds Cantlin. 3 shops. Let's see if he can find a cheap flame sword.
It's pronounced Zed.
Broadsword for 2 ain't bad.
And we got some coordinates. 8 to the south, 19 to the east. Nice leisurely stroll from the castle. Should be plenty countable for all of our racers.
Yep, the beginning looked pretty open. Broadsword in tow. I don't think DK is gonna gamble for a flame sword, though.
Beatus just spanks that Wraith Knight, and they are now up to level 11. Comfortably ahead on experience so far, it would
Ooh,
seem.
that magic will help.
Full list of spells at level 11 for Beatus.
That helps. Now it's just getting all the equipment. And unfortunately for Cyberdark 86, a Red Dragon, the fun pleases him back. Oh, by the way, we should tell everybody something important. Please follow all of our runners, Cyberdark 86, Diabetes II, Monsieur Slime, and DK9146, who are ably being showcased here in this weekly. There are more runners in this weekly, but these are the ones that we decided to feature.
Well, to be fair, they are the best runners. That's why we picked them, obviously.
The finest here on Randomania. By the way, also,
they are the top 4 racers that we are featuring on this channel. That is not wrong.
They showed up first. I got you, CD Improv. By the way, also give CD Improv a follow here on Twitch, along with Jack Swedge, Kamion, Centroid, and myself, Sigma Fan. You'll see all of them in the chat.
It seems like risky business to give either myself or yourself a follow, so take that advice with a grain of salt, viewers. I'm just kidding, Sigma's good people. Don't follow me. I'm weird. Monsieur Slime wanting nothing to do with that poltergeist.
No, it's got something nasty brewing.
That Druid Lord far more like it. Going to have a little peek at Hawk's Nest here. It is an armored knight, and this should be doable. There's always that chance of a very unlikely miss. But no, DK's got it. DK has slain the Armored Knight in Hawk's Nest, and let's see, after this quick level up, what we have on the search bot. Lo and behold, it is the shiniest of swords. So DK officially kited out with all the best gear in the game right now.
That is true. Now it's just a matter of finding all of the drop items, which is the silver harp, Erdrick's token, and the Stones of Sunlight. Silver harp, so you can trade it in for the Staff of Rain. We know where that is. Actually,
Hold on a moment. Sigma. I thought this was just about becoming the strongest of warriors. You have all the gear, now all you need is the levels. You're telling me there's a quest involved with these items? What? Can you explain that?
Of course, the goal of the game is to try to defeat the Dragon Lord. In order to defeat the Dragon Lord, get into Dragon Lord's castle, you gotta find the 3 key items, which is Silver Harp, Stones of Sunlight, and Erdrick's Token. Those 3 items that you need to get the Realm Drop. Before that, you gotta take the Silver Harp to the Trade Cave, which we know is underneath Tantagel Castle, in order to get the Staff of Rain. You take the Staff of Rain, you take the Stones of Sunlight, you take the Erdrick's Token to the Jerk, and you get yourself a nice shiny Rainbow Drop. You plunk that Rainbow Drop down in front of Sherlock's cat in Sherlock, and you get the bridge, the Rainbow Bridge, activated. And speaking of the Stones of Sunlight, Monsieur Slime goes into Garenham and gets the stones. First key item goes to Monsieur Slime.
That was a really good summary, Sigma, but you forgot one crucial step in the quest.
To confirm Sparkle for bridges?
No, to send your credit card numbers to Jack, obviously.
Dude, last time you did that, you got kicked off Twitch for 3 months.
Hey, that never happened, and you know it. Or did it? And it looks like we had a cave that led to another place under Garen's Ham. Monsieur Slime sees another cave to the south, but there's a blue dragon.
Manages to get away.
Got away. Definitely got away, but at first his leg was caught in a bear trap.
And it's the grave. So there's an item down here, and with how everything is in chests now, you kind of have to search it all.
That's not the grave, that's Tablet Cave.
Sorry, my mistake, Tablet Cave. And all it has is fair water, but DK619 did find a metal slime.
Oh, look at that, it's not Erdrick's sword, but we do have a flame sword for Beatus. Just barely able to afford that 2,800 price tag, having 2,900 gold in reserve. Well done, Beatus. You have a weapon.
A lot of great action so far in this weekly. I don't lie. By the way, Diabetes did some exploring, got himself Silver Harp. He knows where the trade cave is on that. Oh, that might have been the search spot.
We do know that it wasn't too far away from the castle.
Oh, it was in coal. Thank you, CD Improv. It was in coal.
Yeah, that's where Beatus got this flame sword.
And speaking of swords, Cyberdark is now in Hawk's Nest, gonna try to get himself to that spot and defeat the Armor Knight as we know now, and that does have the Erdrick sword.
What's interesting here is that Cyber doesn't know what the enemy is. They do have 11 MP, so the 2 hurt more kill is in play. But we'll see what happens on the way there. Looks like they're wisely trying to conserve MP, and here it goes. Are they going to be able to get this? First more cast and landed. The Amber Knight attacks, still alive. Second hurt more, and it's good. We are going to have an Erdrick sword for Cyberdark.
And now DK finds gold. He's gonna get himself the silverest of harps.
DK's music is now officially electric.
Do you think he knows how to play Roundabout by Yes on that silver harp?
Nobody knows how to play Roundabout by Yes. Come on. I mean, come on. Have you listened to Yes? They're a pretty complicated band.
Can't be any more complicated than Smoke in the Water by Deep Purple.
Yeah, but that's like the easiest song in the world. Everyone knows that. Come on. DK making excellent use of that repel spell to explore more of the world map.
And there's Cyberdark. He's found Garanam, so he's gonna get himself ye oldie, was it stones? Yeah, stone.
You can skip them over a lake. That's about all they're good for. And in skipping them over the lake, it might make a bridge. Double spotting of the big C on the right side of DK and the Beatus.
Yep, and excellent move by the Beatist. Defeats a metal slime. It's always worth a cheer and gets him to level 13.
The 13 does not appear to be an unlucky number, though. That was a pretty nice level up, all things considered. Meanwhile, Cyber slugging away at this golem, making good use of that fairy's flute to keep it asleep. Words are hard sometimes. And the nice melody pays off for a nice 255 experience point for Cyberdark.
And he needs it.
And it looks like the Dragon Lord decided to his AKs all over the both forced combat tiles we have seen so far have been the AK-47.
Yep. I gotta know if Cyberdark has found not Garanham, but Cantlin yet.
Have not seen Cyberdark wander into Cantlin as of yet, no. And down in the bottom right, we have a little trade of inventory going on there. The silver harp is no more. It has become a stick that makes it rain. Kind of sounds like Josh Donaldson. I miss that guy.
He was a good guy. Well, I can't say that he wasn't a good guy. And now DK gets himself into Garanham and will have it stone to have. Now all it's left to find is the token.
Token is the big important quest item that none of our players have found just yet. There are a couple locations with quite a few shiny, tantalizing treasure chests that no one has located. A treasure trove for the ages, perhaps. We shall have to wait and see. Cyber showing that werewolf whose boss hurting him just a little bit more than necessary, but times that is the best way to go. Another werewolf here for Cyberdark, and they're gone. Fantastic. I really don't like werewolves, so werewolf brutality is A-okay in my book.
Would like to note that the fine folks here at Randomizer and Dragon Warrior Randomizer Discord do not condone the killing of werewolves in real life. They are our friends. But killing them in the virtual world, as in Dragon Warrior Randomizer, is perfectly okay.
Sigma, werewolves aren't real. They're as fictitious as the Tooth Fairy, and unicorns, and Donald Trump. Wicked fictitious.
I'll let that hang over for a second as we see that DK9146 is continuing his quest to find Erdrick's token and is going to get to level 12 in the process. A nice little level. Would like to get to 13 soon. I believe the term is sports puck. Hello.
What on earth are you talking about?
Your Bruins?
They're a good team. I like them. Yes. But I don't see what that has to do with this race.
Not much, but the search item is the Death Necklace.
That's a very interesting pickup. We'll just have to see if that ends up coming into play. So Sigma, why don't you explain to our beautiful human viewers, and perhaps some non-humans as well, what that, beautiful jewelry you hang around your neck does?
Well, it's not... What the hell was that?
Death.
Oh. Well, the Death Necklace is more of a choker. It squeezes you. It does increase your attack by 10, but it cuts your... It does cut your health by a quarter.
Okay, so it's like one of those, Wii Fit wristbands things or something like that, right?
It's a gamble. It helps you beat Dragon Lord. But yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, at a quick glance from our players' stats, the hit points are looking fairly healthy. At level 13, it's possible we might get a big gain and see the Death Necklace being put on for some extra smashing power towards the end.
It will be a smashing good time. Oh, the cave right near Garenham is Swamp Cave. Not Swamp Cave, but Mountain Cave. That's 5 chests. If the token is in here, this could be big. Could be big for DK9146.
Monsieur Slime has been a bad, bad person. Looks like we have an arrest attempt being made on them for trying to have a little too much fun.
Yep, and it does look like DK is gonna dark walk this. Finds the chest in the south, but it is empty, but also runs into a red dragon, but does get away. Wing is in one chest. The other chest is gold. But there's that one last chest.
There's a very confused red mage just kind of randomly moving around the center of the screen. But it did lead to a chest that contains Erdrick's token, so DK has officially found all of the things. They can now trade those in for a drop of the rainbow. But
sadly,
not the
it will not give you Skittles.
Say what to what now?
Sadly, it will not give you Skittles.
Well, I'm okay with that. I don't like sweets. My daughter loves them, though. So, for everyone watching, if you don't like Skittles and you have some, send them to my daughter. She'd appreciate it. Just saying. And there's the token of proving your name. Should we call that basically your SSID? You know, your driver's license? So you can show it to that guy and say, yeah, this is who I am. You don't need to see my ID. I'm old enough to buy this rainbow drop, which, you know, obviously is like moonshine or something. Jesus. But anyway, Monsieur Slime has that as well now.
And Diabetes is in Garenham. Now, is he going to heal? Now, if you take... I want to take a look
at... That sounds like an epidemic. I think you might want to rephrase what you just said.
Well, Diabetes is near the cave with the token and avoids it, goes the complete opposite way.
That's good for the people of Garenham, but what about the people that just live near that cave?
Oh, things could get ugly for Diabetes, because this is Garen's grave, and we know there's nothing of value there. Maybe except the fighter's ring, but that's it.
In all seriousness, you are not wrong, but the fighter's ring is something that we've found quite a long time ago, so we know that there is nothing of especial value inside of Garen's grave. It's just a little time waster. The Beatus, however, does still have the level advantage. And assuming they continue to fight everything in their sight, as he is doing, the plague will spread and the levels will grow.
As it should. Now, all that is remaining for DK is to find the jerk.
Why is he called the jerk? I mean, he seems like a pretty nice guy to me.
Anytime you don't have all three of the required items, he just kicks you out without remorse.
But yeah, who can blame him? You're invading his property. He's just trying to, like, sit in a cave and be bored all the time. And you show up trying to liven his life and do trades and stuff? Man, that's really rude of you.
Well, it could be worse. He could be an Ottawa Senators fan.
I don't have an accurate response to that. Well done. Hurt more in an attack on the Strawberry Wyvern will defeat them for DK. Well done. Another one of our least favorite enemies.
Yep, Star Wyverns are a pain in the glutes.
Glutes? What?
Can't say... Well, we could say butt on stream, can we?
Well, you just said it, and we haven't been banned, so yes, we can.
Okay, it's a pain in the butt. Oh, and DK has found the jerk. So DK has everything. DK also knows where Sherlock is. So now it's just a matter of leveling.
DK didn't rescue the princess. It doesn't count. If you don't rescue the princess, why are you even playing the game?
And DK is looking at his stats. He's got a while to go.
For all of our viewers watching here, could our fantastic tech team bring up everyone's stats for just a moment here, because it's often quite difficult to catch them with how quickly the players go in and out. And yes, here we are. Let's have a look at everyone's stats right now. At level 15, leading the pack, at least in that aspect, is Beatus. And as you can see by all the white and orange numbers, that's not what you want. That is not ideal. To be fair, Beatus does not... To be fair... Beatus does not have the Erdrick Sword, so that would help the attack power out quite a bit. But even with that, you're going to need to be just a little... You're going to need to well a little more strongeth in the body if you are going to defeat the Dragon Lord. Letterkenny is a good show and you should watch it.
Absolutely. Comparing DK9146, who has everything and can open up Sherlock, and does have the sword, if he gets to 15, he would have 120 attack. That means min 5, max 10. That is nowhere near enough.
Unless you're packing about 200 MIPS, but yes, exactly. Some stats can kind of sort of counterbalance other stats. If you have an abundance of one, it can make up for a lacking in the other, but no, the stats just aren't there, at least at level 15. And Cyberdark did find that Erdrick's token, so that's pretty cool, He went to Services Canada and is now able to prove his identification.
I had to do that here in the States earlier this month, so I could actually fly.
How long do passports last in the States, out of curiosity? I got mine, and I'm, good for, 15 years or something, I think?
Oh, I'm only flying within the continental U.S., so I just have to get a better rate. But I think it is 10 to 15 years. Oh, 10 years. Thank you, Tadaru.
Getting some fact check from the Peanut Gallery. Nothing wrong with that.
Especially if AGDQ decides to do an event in Canada or something like that. You'll need that passport.
Well, I mean, it'd be much better for us to have some sort of event in Canada. Let's not kid ourselves. Actually, why don't all you mookers come to my little backwards part of the country here? That'd be good times. Then I don't have to go anywhere. Yeah.
Oh, and Diabetes finally finds the...
Oh, DK. DK. Out of hips, out of MIPS, decides to cast Hurt More, and that's enough to take out the Armored Knight. And now there's a golem in the way. Escapes. Oh man, DK looking dire here. Are they gonna make it out? Yes, back to town. DK is not going to perish today.
DK's really good on his stats, so he knows he'll probably need to get to 16 or 17. Just to remind everybody where everything was, Hawksness had the sword, Garenham had Stones of Sunlight, Cole had the harp, Trade Cave for the Staff of Rain was underneath Tantagel Castle, Mountain Cave had Erdrick's Token, and the Jerk was somewhere in the map far out of the way.
And Jackamus Wedge has stolen all of your credit card numbers.
Told you not to do that.
Yeah, but, you know, I have this selective listening disorder, so no one can blame me. Come on.
As long as you donate that money to charity. Anyway. Anyway, Diabetes finally gets Erdrick's Token. Now he's got a decision to make. But he knows what the decision is. He's got a level. Oh, and also, feel free to give our runners a follow. CyberDark86, Diabetes II, Monsieur Slime, and DK9146. Able runners who will be participating. I think all these people are participating in the Winter League. And while you're at it, also give CD Improv a follow. She is our wonderful restreamer. Jackamus Wedge, my co-commentator, and myself, Sigma Fan, give us a follow. Also give Camion and Centroid a follow, as they are doing a great job tracking this wonderful, wonderful weekly.
Just don't follow me too closely. I've known to be quite flatulent in my time. I apologize.
Will you be serious, Jack?
Do you know who I am?
Well, that is true. Anyway, Cyberdark finds the Jerk Cave. He is now in Grind and Go.
Grind and Go. That sounds like a really cool trick that you could do in one of those, Sigma, get the skateboard.
And I'm Superman.
Yeah, but you'd still lose in a fight to Goku.
Not according to Death Battle. By the way, Diabetes finds Jerk Cave. He now has a drop. And now it's all a matter of getting that last level. See if it's enough. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. Diabetes hasn't gotten Hawk's Nest yet. He doesn't have the sword.
His sword is on fire, which is really cool. But it's just not legendary enough. So that is a bit of an issue there. And with that little deficiency there, DK doing a fantastic job of getting some quick level ups here. Currently at level 15, we know that's not enough. Level 16 could have all the stats in the world, or it could be one of those legendary MTI levels that no one likes to see, except for a human going by the alias of Empty Eye.
I miss MTI. Where has that scamp been?
I heard he went blind, so now he's got to wear pirate eye patches for a while. So hopefully he'll be back sometime when his vision returns. I don't know.
Okay, Diabetes says 16, 81 strength. That is not enough.
Beatus hoping and praying that the sword is going to be in that Sharlock treasure, but no, we know it's not there. And Beatus is going to go check the vanilla sword location, and that's also going to be disappointing. We got Cyber in Sharlock battling a golem.
And a nice, excellent move. Not enough to defeat the golem, though.
It was an okay move. Excellence, just a little hyper there.
Oh boy. That's the first time we saw that with Armor Knight. Armor Knight with heal more.
Surprisingly, hasn't come into play so far. We've seen quite a few Armored Knight kills so far, so that's a little surprising. DK.
Oh no, perfect bid.
Down he goes, and that's that. Cyber is in Sharlock, and it looks like he's gonna go have a little look-see at what the mini-boss is in front of Dragonlord. Could be extremely profitable, could be extremely disappointing. We're just gonna have to wait and see on that front.
Yep. And so DK is just gonna go right back to Garenham and try again.
Beatus picking up those coordinates at long last. Very interesting.
Yeah, Beatus is still trying to find Erdrick's sword, gonna check the search spot. But we know that the search spot's the Death Necklace.
I wonder, given his hit point, he just finds that Death Necklace and says, okay, this is kind of like having a sword, so I'll just get a couple more levels. Could be a very interesting situation, honestly. And over on Cyberdark's side, we have officially confirmed that the mini-boss is a golem. Probably not the most ideal of enemies. Can use that fairy flute to make them fairly tame, but not the most optimal way to gain huge chunks of experience. It does take a solid 8 seconds to play that nice little lick on the flute, though I prefer the riff from Seek and Destroy by Metallica myself, just saying.
Wasn't that the theme song to WCW Thunder back in the day?
I don't know. Wrestling is fake.
Diabetes is doing a count. He knows where it is now, but he's got to do a loop. That actually would be quite cool to Daru, free enterprise style custom flute tunes.
Hey, you know, I'm the guy that did like half the soundtrack for that Fantasy 6 pod. Explain to me how to, you know, hack tunes in the game, and that could be a reality. Figure it out, hook me in, grew up, and maybe we could have some nice little licks in there. Who knows? Who knows?
I'm looking at the HP 126. That's what, 92, 93 with a Death Necklace?
Far more interesting, though, is that Beatus has gotten into this. He's going to find that Erdrick sword. This is going to be interesting. We're going to see how he decides to play this out from here. And DK has hit level 16, so they're on very equal footing here. This is a really tight race on the right-hand side of the screen at the moment.
Absolutely, there are only 100 experience points within each other.
Beatus must have the sword, and we just missed them to search the spot. It seems they'd just be fighting the armored without searching at this point. At least, I certainly hope so.
No, Beatus has, he's just leveling.
Okay, I missed the pickup. That's my bad. I apologize.
Apology accepted.
Thanks, Sigma. You're a good human.
I try to be.
That's all that we can do. Cyberdark, lulling that golem into sleep, and then mercilessly wailing on that golem. 40, 37, 27, 34, golem hath woken up. He attacks. He was not impressed, but Cyber knew he was on death's doorstep. Take your kill, take your 255 experience point, and move on. But still only level 15, we know that's not quite enough.
And now Monsieur Slime has himself a drop, so he's good to go. All four of our runners are good to go.
Yeah, everyone has everything that they need. But Dragon Warrior just, he needs to hit the gym a little bit here. He's just not quite as ripped as he needs to be. Or it needs to be in the case of Monsieur Slime, because do slimes even have a gender? I don't know.
Well, according to the profile, it's he, him pronouns.
For the runner, of course. Well, I guess there's like, you know, like he shine, she slimes, that. But, you know, what about the metal slime, right? What's up with that?
I think, 17, what will he do? What will DK do? He's gonna go,
Well, there's no reason not to at 17. And right behind them is Beatus, also at 17. Those stats at 17, perfectly acceptable. With the short Charlock, you don't have to worry too much about conserving things on the way down. All of our players do have that Fairy Flute, so the Golem mini-boss is not going to drain actual MP resources. Dragon Lord, you could lose the fight if you're really unlucky, but those stats look fantastic, and they should be able, more than on average, to win the fight. So it's going to come down to who gets in there first, and right now DK is the first one heading towards Charlock, finally using their rainbow drop for the first time.
Well, Cyberdark is going to go for it.
Not necessarily a bad choice. They could just get really lucky at level 16, and if not, maybe they're in the, let's just try hurt more and see what happens. So we've got our first Dragon Lord fight here on Cyberdark. By no means a favorite to win the fight, but it is not impossible. DK about halfway through the bottom floor, well, the only floor, and right behind them is Beatus. This is going to be a very, very good finish here. So strap yourselves in, folks. Make sure you wear some of those adult underwears if you can't handle the suspense, and let's go. Let's enjoy this. Let's do it.
So, Cyberdark is at 15, has 10 more heal mores. That's a 10, so he's at 25. $11 is the max, so he's at 36. This could be interesting. 44.
The hit points are high enough that could get some double attacks in there if they're lucky and Dragon Lord doesn't choose to breathe a lot of fire. Those physical attacks with 85 defense power can hit in the low 30s, high 20s. A couple of those in the row, you get a double attack, and that completely changes the outcome of the fight. And on top of that, we're seeing some pretty good rolls based on that attack power stat for Cyber here. This might actually work out.
And smart to heal more on 46.
Meanwhile, DK engaging Dragon 2, 112 MP in reserve. This should be an automatic fight, barring extraordinarily bad luck or some sort of input error. So we are going to find out who our winner is very shortly here. Beatus talks to the Dragon Lord. He's right in there.
Sadly, that attack was too high for Cyberdark. He's got to heal. He's got one more heal more left. This could be close. He's going to have 2, possibly 3 hits. 11.
Decision time for Cyberdark. He's going for it! And no effect.
Hello. Oh no.
Valiant attempt, but just not quite enough. So Cyberdark is sent back to the king. Very disappointed with him. So now it looks like DK's in the lead right now here, fighting Dragon Lord 2. Should be a pretty winnable fight here. Rolls have been looking pretty good so far.
They have been really steady. He's got the advantage. He could pull it off. And we do have our first finisher, which is Smashy, who is running off stream with a time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, 32 seconds.
You could say he smashed this one, Sigma fan.
Da 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 da. And joining us in chat is Smashy. Smashy, congratulations, you just smashed that one to bits.
And right now, sorry Smashy, you're not allowed to speak yet. DK has just slain the Dragon Lord, casting his return. He's on the way to turn in that ball of light and claim a solid second place finish.
Yep, get your GGs out for sure. So now we'll let Smashy talk. Smashy, what'd you think of the scene? Everything seemed pretty spread out.
Okay, I just couldn't hear the beep, so... Yeah, I never found Caitlyn. I never found Garen's grave, so... I think I might have caught a break there. I did fully clear... Actually, that didn't matter because token was down there, but... Yeah, I did fully clear the second continent, though, which really wasn't much. It was just a tablet for a fairy water. But other than that, I guess I just went to the right places.
And it paid off for you in the end. it looks like DK9146 is gonna join in chat. And whoa, little strangeness happening on Diabetes' stream. But Diabetes did defeat the Dragon Lord, get the GGs out. He finishes with a SRL time of 1 hour. It looks like 5:10. Can I get confirmation on that?
Sigma, did you intentionally make that bell noise in the background? Because that was timed so perfectly.
I kind of got hijacked. Can you repeat any questions you asked me in the last minute or so?
Smashy, you won the race. How do you feel tonight?
Excellent. I think the thing that annoyed me most about this seed was the start, because we had the torches in the army, so it's just like, oh, I'm gonna take a couple of torches, burn down a scorpion or a magician or one of those kinds of enemies, and get some nice early levels. And then the scorpions have Dragon Lord Breath, and the magicians have some other nastiness.
Yeah, the magicians went to magic school, as we were saying earlier. They knew hurt more. We obviously didn't have you on the restream, but the scorpions also had heal more, just to make things even nastier if you were trying that fancy torch strategy and it didn't work right away. They could have outright killed you, or healed themselves back to full. Fantastic stuff.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, I just punched out 3 slimes, and then for the next level, I think I just found 2 ghosts and chucked torches at them, and I think that's when we got hurt. And I started kind of poking out a little bit.
So interesting stuff we have going on here. Cyberdark's just gone right back down there at level 16. Gonna try this lower odds, but not impossible fight again. Looked like they were so close last time. Just, if Cyber can get that one double attack in there, they might be able to pull this off. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I really want to see someone defeat the Dragon Lord at level 16 in this seed. And it looks like Monsieur Slime is going to try it as 16 as well here. Smashy, out of curiosity, since we weren't able to watch you, which level were you at when you defeated the Dragon Lord?
17.
Whoa, and Monsieur Slime's putting on the death necklace.
That's a little crazy.
It's a bold strategy for sure. Those extra attack powers will help quite a bit. It's only 95 HP. It's not the worst decision in the world. You'd have to be hit more or less by 2 48s in a row. That physical attack can go a little above 48 with that defense power only being 83. It's chancy, but it's not impossible. Personally, I like the gamble. I like the boldness, and I really hope Monsieur Slime is able to pull this fight off.
Yeah, I do see the death necklace was on the coordinates. That was actually something I was starting to get a little bit concerned about as we kind of hit level 16. And then I saw 17, and, well, that's when I went for it, and obviously that paid off, but... Yeah, I was starting to get a little bit worried about that, because I've got so much stuff out in the overworld that I haven't figured out yet, but...
Last heal more for Cyber. They're gonna swing, and the Dragon Lord breathes fire. Oh no, Cyber. So close once again, but just not quite. Monsieur Slime still going with the death necklace strat here. They still have 7 heal mores in reserve, swinging away. See how this plays out. In the meantime, Smashy, how happy were you to Eric's armor right at the start of the game?
Oh, that's always fun. Until you die anyways with it.
Yeah, some of those early game enemies are really nasty nonetheless. Oh, it was
And by the
certainly
way,
nice.
we have, sorry to cut you off, Jack, but Diabetes has joined us here in the old booth, and thank you for coming in. That was a pretty good run you put up there.
Hey guys, thanks. GG's Smashy, and I know DK can't join us in the chat, but GG's to him as well. It was a pretty close finish, it looks like.
And sorry to cut you off right there, Diabetes. Despite joining us, Monsieur slain the Dragon Lord comfortably with that Death Necklace gamble. Had 2 full heal mores in reserve, a ton of hit points. That was definitely the correct play to make it level 16 there. 95 hit points, not the most comfortable amount. It's not that, super elusive, fantastic 97 that everyone wants. But that just goes to show you, fortune sometimes favor the bold. Unfortunately for Monsieur Slime, a few other of our racers have already finished at this point. But a very fantastic Dragon Lord 2 fight all the same. I applaud you, sir. Also, hey, how you doing there, Beatus?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks, guys, for commentating and our trackers, and of course, CD Improv for restreaming. That was an interesting race, or an interesting seat, I should say. Always gotta love that Erdrick's armor start.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and obviously that is probably the most desirable. Having the sword or just a great spell to jumpstart your offense at the start is nice, but having that defense, the ability to ignore all those swamp tiles, laugh in the face of a stop spell, take less damage from everything, Erdrick's armor is just fantastic.
Did anything even cast Stop Spell on this seed except Dragon Lord 2's first form?
Dragon Lord 2's first form is Dragon Lord. You could have used less words and syllables, but that's okay, Smashy. You won, so...
Now that you mention it, Smashy, I don't know if I saw Stop Spell either. I'm trying to think. I don't remember that many abilities other than getting breathed on by scorpions at the start.
That's what I thought. To be fair, we got hurt more.
To be fair...
Area B.
Go ahead.
Boop. Yeah, we had that early hurt more, so it's just like, oh, I wonder what these things have. They have tons of experience after we blow them up with hurt. Who cares about all that other stuff except for that one time I tried to manually fight down Magiwyvern and then it Dragon Lord breathed me.
Unfortunately, Cyber, in an effort to preserve all of his resources, fell before reaching the Dragon Lord time. Cyber still stubbornly trying to fight at level 16. We know it's doable because we've seen Monsieur Slime take out the Dragon Lord at level 16. What do you mean it's not?
He is running, looks like a strength agility build. His HP is 116. Even if he does the Death Necklace, will be under 90.
And what's wrong with that exactly?
Double heals.
Yeah, but maybe you just run into a lot of 42 breath. Sometimes you just have to take a chance, that's all I'm saying.
Well, Cyberdark just got level 17, so I expect the next things that are going to happen is a Dragon Lord fight and a beatdown.
Yeah, but he's not going to have
17, 17 is free. 17 is free. Cyber's got this. Definitely.
Yep.
See, I wonder what everyone ground on because, well, I saw the Armor Knight and Hawksness for the sword, of course, and then I looked in Swamp, and that was also an Armor Knight, and I decided I'm not dealing with Healmore Armor Knights, so that's when I checked in Charlock, saw the Golem, and was like, I guess I'll do the Golem.
Well, I can tell you that, at least from my perspective, I really didn't have to grind. Just going around the world pretty much did it for me. I think I ended up taking maybe 5 or 6 Armored Knights at Hawksnest when I picked up the sword. But other than that, that was it for me. I think I was already 16 when I picked up the sword finally.
We didn't see too much grinding on... for the last level, for our 2 races on the right side, DK and Beatus, we did see a lot of beatdown of that Armored Knight inside the Swamp Cave underneath Garenham, because that way, hey, you're out of resources, well, there's a town right there, it's all good.
And once again, Cyberdark is a full, just a slightly higher level full.
And that slightly higher level is going to be enough.
Sneak attack, not great. But Cyberdark survives the physical, so he should be fine going for... I certainly hope, because Cyber has just struggled with this Dragon Lord. It's been a few attempts so far. You have to imagine that he's getting a little frustrated here. Just wants this to be over with here. Cyberdark was the first person to engage the Dragon Lord on our restream here. And it looked like it was going fairly well. Made a decision to cast Hurtmore at the last possible attack instead of choosing to swing on a 29, entirely defensible. Wasn't counting the damage myself, but maybe they were a little short, but the rolls looked good. It's hard to say. Just really want Cyberdark to finish this thing out here. It's been a bit of a struggle, and he deserves to get that glorious ball of light and restore peace unto the lands of Alefgard.
So it looks to be academic from here when it comes to Cyberdark finally getting the win. You know, it was what, 4 or 5 times the charm, so to speak? Bobsky says he ground on Axe Knights, Werewolves, Magivires outside Rimbledar right after getting hurt more, and that's how he got his levels.
Yeah, once you got hurt more, there was plenty of stuff in the overworld, and then if you had sword, I think it was like lower 10s, you could start just beating down red dragons. Maybe like level 9, 10, 11, somewhere around there, where pretty much anything you could fight.
And Dragon Lord is down with a heal more to spare. There it is, everyone. Cyber persevering after failing to defeat the Dragon Lord a few times. Always very frustrating whenever you think you have that chance. You know it's possible, but the game is just like, nah, I don't feel like letting you win yet. But good job, Cyber. Good job. You showed that it's important to finish what you started.
Absolutely.
And I'm told from the folks upstairs that Cyber will be on to the next step of our programming, which I'm sure is going to put everyone in high spirits. Did I just spoil that?
Hey guys, GG.
GG indeed. It was a hard one. But you fought hard and you managed to plow through that brick wall.
Yeah, I definitely went a level too early. I should have went for 17 first.
So, Cyber, I have a question for you because we're watching quite a few different things here. We weren't exactly able to count your damage. Were you counting the first couple of times that you fought the Dragon Lord? And how much damage did you do whenever you decided to go for that hurt more on your last attack in those fights?
In the low 120s, I'm not sure exactly what it was. Maybe 121, 123, something like that.
Oh, okay, so not particularly close.
No, enough I knew that I
your
wouldn't get
rolls
it.
were pretty good, but I guess maybe just not good enough there. Another question here for you. You went with strength, not mistaken, right?
Repeat that again, sorry, you cut out for me.
You went with a strength agility build tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
I usually do, yeah, I went.
Okay. Just one question. Why the two-character name? Is there any significance for Rai?
First two letters of my first name.
Ah, so you're Orion then, I presume.
That I am.
Well, congratulations, Cyber Ryan Dark 86. You're pretty good. Yeah, unfortunately, the strength agility, the way stats were distributed at the last couple levels didn't really pan out. One of our strength HP players, Monsieur Slime, was able to win at level 16 fairly comfortably with that death necklace on. So I'm personally, obviously, a huge believer of the strength agility build, but tonight I guess it just didn't quite work out for you.
From what I've been playing recently, it seems it works out better for Chaos, and I just like Chaos more, so I usually go Strength Agility.
Of course. If it's any consolation, that Dragon, you were the first player at least cast challenge the Dragon Lord. So maybe with a little bit of better luck, you could have had far better fortune in our race tonight.
Yeah, that's about what I figured happened.
And CD Improv is saying Cyberdark. She wants a rematch.
Bring it on.
Love the competitive spirit. That's what I like to see.
Let's get set
To
up for
any
week one,
of our
folks.
runners still with us in the broadcast booth here, any final thoughts about tonight's race?
Yeah, I guess I can comment something. You guys were just talking about with Cyberdark. GG, by the way. I know it was a struggle. Like the strength agility build and the potential significance of agility. You know, we got, 18 or something agility on level 17 ultimately. If this was a seed that had a full Sharlock, and you have to navigate through a whole bunch of nonsense, red dragons, armored knights, other things, that extra agility from a strength agility build could be pretty significant because we didn't really have heal mores or much resource to spare. In this particular flag set, it was doable because we only had to do one lap around the bottom floor. So I guess just something else to potentially keep in mind, that strength agility definitely has its place.
Of course, you're absolutely not wrong there. And I think there's a lot of... that said, it's still possible that even with full Sharlock, we have seen situations where the enemies in all the floors leading up to the final are just a bunch of tame wizards, blue dragons, star wyverns, and the like. So unless you re-roll the same seed and put that full Sharlock in, you'll never really know, but that's definitely worth considering.
Also like to say thank you guys for the restream and the commentary and the tracking. Fantastic job, I'm sure.
Well, all the
Thank
thanks
you.
are definitely due to fantastic tech team tonight. CD Improv was the restreamer and tracking. Renault Kai, apologies pronounced that incorrectly. And Centroid 41, as far as for myself and Sigma, we just flapped our gums a bit. Anyone can do that. No big deal, but a pleasure all the same.
It's a Texas size 10-4, Super Chief.
We're going to have a Donnybrook now, ain't we, bye?
No. We'll save that for another time. But we are going to be rating high spirits. So we like to thank everybody for watching our wonderful race this week. For CD Improv, Cyberdark for a great race. Diabetes, Monsieur Slime, DK9146, and Camion, and everyone here. Jackmas, this is me, Sigma Fan, saying good night. Good night.
Let's go, Bruins!